Involuntary shakes, unexplained tics, or even seizures without any discernible medical cause are directly related to the trauma of narcissistic abuse. I know it because I have personally had them, I have personally experienced them, and it took me a long time to find out what was happening. The fact is, these tremors and shakes are your body's unique language expressing the aftermath of narcissistic abuse. Let's find out more in today's episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. If this is your first time here, welcome to this community of survivors. I invite you to subscribe for more insights into the healing process after narcissistic abuse. Today's topic is going to be all about understanding psychogenic seizures, tremors, and tics as a response to surviving narcissistic abuse. Before we begin, I have a question for you. Have you experienced tremors, tics, pins and needles, seizures after leaving the narcissist or while being in the relationship with them, while being in that toxic environment? Share your experiences in the comments below and help other survivors feel less alone in their healing journey. Psychogenic tremors, tics, and seizures can be perplexing as they often lack an identifiable medical cause. They are not signs of a neurological disorder like Parkinson's disease or epilepsy, but rather expressions of psychological distress through the body, a phenomenon often seen in survivors of intense trauma like narcissistic abuse. In my own experience, the tremors evolved in an unexpected way. I began having them in my head, particularly during sleep. They weren't the peaceful twitches you might experience while drifting off to sleep. Instead, these were more intense, almost seizure-like, disrupting my sleep and leaving me feeling exhausted and scared the next morning. These nocturnal episodes often went hand in hand with sleep paralysis, a phenomenon where you temporarily cannot move or speak when falling asleep or waking up. It is as if you are stuck in a limbo between sleep and wakefulness. With the shakes in my head and the paralysis, I often woke up feeling disoriented and fearful. I didn't know what was happening to me, and the fear of the unknown was very overwhelming. At first, I was convinced I had some unknown disorder. I sought medical help, as all survivors do, but all the tests came back normal. It was incredibly frustrating not having a name for what I was going through. But as I went no contact with all the narcissists in my life, this is very important to know and understand, especially my parents, and left that toxic environment, I experienced a shift in my healing journey, a major shift. My head tremors and sleep paralysis episodes gradually lessened. I began to realize that these symptoms were not a sign of a neurological disorder, but a physical manifestation of the emotional and psychological trauma I had endured. This was my body's way of processing and releasing the intense stress I had been subjected to during the experience of narcissistic abuse. It was trying to shake off the trauma, quite literally. Recognizing this was a big relief. The understanding that my body was not my enemy but a partner in my healing allowed me to approach these symptoms with less fear and more acceptance. I began to see them not as signs of something being wrong with me, but as an indication that my body was working hard, really hard, to help me heal. Coming back to understanding these seizures from a trauma lens, the term psychogenic may make it sound like these symptoms are all in your head, but that's far from the truth. They are very real physical responses to emotional pain. Think of them as physical echoes of the psychological trauma you have endured. When you are subjected to narcissistic abuse, your mind, body, and soul become overwhelmed by the magnitude of the trauma. Words fall short of expressing this deep-seated pain, and the body takes over, echoing the distress in the form of tremors, tics, or seizures. This is not a sign of weakness or a mental problem. We have to stop pathologizing it as a disorder if we have to heal the origin. It is a testament to the immense resilience of your mind and body. It is the body's way of saying, I have been through a lot and I need to express it. However, it is crucial to understand that while these physical manifestations may seem similar to symptoms of neurological disorders, they are fundamentally different. Neurological disorders are caused by physical changes in the brain, while psychogenic tremors, tics and seizures are the body's way of expressing unresolved psychological trauma. In fact, there is a concept that lends a beautiful framework to understand why our body tremors or shakes this way. There is a theory proposed by Dr. David Bersili, a bioenergetic therapist and the creator of trauma releasing exercises, who worked with war survivors and communities in crisis across the globe. TRE, or trauma releasing exercises, are based on the premise that trauma or stress causes deep physiological changes within the body, especially within the muscular system, which then contracts to brace against potential harm. In the wild, animals instinctively shake to release the muscular tension after a threatening event, restoring their bodies to a state of balance. Humans being humans, however, due to our complex neurology and societal conditioning, often suppress this natural tremoring response. So, what this theory says is when your body shakes or tremors, it tries to tap into this innate mechanism to release muscular tension, thereby discharging stored trauma and reducing symptoms of chronic stress. With that in mind, let's circle back to our topic. When you have experienced narcissistic abuse, it is as if your body has been bracing against harm for a long time, storing layers of unexpressed fear, tension, and trauma. This chronic bracing can express itself in various ways, including psychogenic tremors, tics, and seizures. These physical manifestations then are your body's natural way of trying to shake off the trauma it has been carrying. Much like animals in the wild, it's your body's inherent wisdom attempting to restore balance and heal from the inside out. Understanding these manifestations as part of your body's natural trauma response can be a significant step towards healing. Your body is not betraying you, it is communicating with you, trying to help you heal. Trust it, and it will guide you in the right direction because you have what it takes to heal. You have what it takes to move forward. That was it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you found this episode insightful, share it with others. One last thing I would like to say before signing off: your trauma doesn't define you. Your bravery does. Keep taking those small but significant steps towards healing. Your journey is uniquely yours, but you do not have to walk it alone. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, let the healing begin and continue.